This is pretty much the reaction I got when I said that I didn't like Wally. So, this season's penultimate episode is the main attraction. Countess Coloratura, a famous pop singer and old friend of AJ's, comes to Ponyville for a concert, but AJ isn't feeling good vibes from that manager of hers. So what's good? Oh, where do I even begin with this episode? Despite its simple plot, the main attraction was really dense and had a lot to offer, so we're gonna break this down into sections. Applejack. Y'all already know that I'm all for an Applejack story, due to her status as best pony. But even I have to admit that she, unlike Rarity, is kinda up and down when it comes to her track record of episodes. I still love you though. In this episode, however, she's at her very best. I don't think there was anyone else in the main six that could have done a better job at filling the role that Applejack played here. AJ was never the type to get distracted by a huge, bombastic spectacle, and she's not afraid to bluntly say what's on her mind to a friend. While others would either try to dance around the issue or ignore it entirely, Applejack spoke her mind, and did so with a level of tact. She was assertive when saying how she felt, but not so much so that it came off as overly aggressive. Could this be AJ's best episode? Maybe. I'll have to marinate on it for a few weeks before I decide. Rara. No, I'm not pronouncing her full name again cause ain't nobody got time for that. The story did a good job at making Rara and AJ's friendship seem authentic. Even though this is our first time seeing it, the way their friendship and their history is presented here makes their connection believable, which made me care about AJ's attempts to get Rara to see the truth. I like that in spite of Rara's massive popularity and her manager being her manager, we'll get to him later, she still didn't let the fame get to her head, and she was willing to hear AJ out about her concerns, even after they fought, which reinforces how strong their friendship is. Although, did anyone find it weird that, as a filly, she had the voice of a grown mare? No? Okay. Sven Gallop. Now, don't get it twisted. I can't stand this dude. Sven Gallop was all kinds of shady. He had the nerve, the gall, the audacity to call Applejack Dusty. Congratulations, buddy, you just made my blacklist. Enjoy your stay. How do you make yelling at Pinky not fun to watch? How can you possibly do that? No chill to be found here. Seriously though, as much of a jerk as this guy was, I'm glad that he was a jerk. You're supposed to want the antagonist to lose, so the worse they are, the more satisfying it is when the good guys come out on top in the end. The friggin' music. Out of the 3 songs in this episode, The Spectacle and The Magic Inside were my 2 favorites. The Spectacle has pretty much every vapid, shallow, soulless element that one can put in a pop song, and yet, it works. The whole point of the song was that there was nothing meaningful behind it, just a bunch of flashing lights and fancy effects, but I can't help but love it regardless. It's just way too catchy. Although I guess that pretty much explains why this type of music is so popular these days. The Magic Inside was just... I can't even begin to describe it. So much emotion and soul was put into that song's performance, and I gotta give it up to Lena Hall for busting out those Broadway skills. This is the closest an MLP song has come to getting that same reaction out of me that This Day Aria did 3 years ago. Matter of fact, I want Lena Hall to do a cover of This Day Aria. I want it to happen, and I want it to happen now. I really can't find anything to complain about with the main attraction, and if there is, the episode's strengths greatly outweigh any negatives or nitpicks that I could make. This was the best episode for Amy Keating Rogers to leave off on, and it's clear why they saved this one for last. It's her strongest episode of the season, even stronger than Crusaders of the Lost Mark, and it's a great way to build up hype for the season finale next week. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go call up the squad because there's some pony that I need to be taken care of. Shoot, you thought you could call Best Pony Dusty and get away with it? You thought wrong, fam. We'll see who's the dusty one after you catch these hooves. So what did you think of the main attraction? Let me know in the comments below or hit me up on social media. And consider supporting me on Patreon or commissioning me for art via PayPal. Until next time, keep it sketchy, folks.